So. Ich glaube aber, das ist dazu noch.
This should definitely keep you guys full.
Könnte besser sein. Die normale Verteidigung. Ich weiß es nicht.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So. Brauche ich nur noch ein bisschen leveln, um Dual eben auch mal schnell auf Level 30 zu bringen.
Consider yourself finished. On your knees. One more. Piercing roar. Dragon swarm. Their arcs were interrupted. Dragon swarm. You're finished. By the power of this one shall break this shield and flame. Radiant light. You're finished. Searing flame. Reload. Dragon swarm.
A comfortable win.
Es wird, glaube ich, nicht reichen.
Coming through.
Ja, ich will eins.
Frozen hammer. Searing flame. It's almost too strong. Split it open. Be my guest. Healed and dragon swarm. Portal blade. Dragon swarm. Ridwell. Frozen hammer.
A comfortable win.
Natürlich so erleben. Dang it.
Get lost. You're mine. No further. Check it. Dragon swarm. Can you take it?
These ones can burn rings around us.
Dragon swarm.
Freeze Lancer.
Wow. Wow. Stream. Super. Danke, Internet.
This ends now. Consider yourself finished.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Ah, jetzt hat er. Warte mal. Ich bin falsch rumgelaufen. So, Ebene 3. Ja, das hat man aber schon. So.
Well, with only one last place to look.
There she is. Almadri. Yeah.
Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me.
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
You're mine.
Here's the evil! Freeze Lancer!
Da versuchen wir es jetzt aber nochmal. Das Problem ist halt immer noch, wenn wir dann. Wenn wir dann zur zweiten Hälfte kommen. Dass ich ja dann immer noch nicht weiß, wie ich ihre mystische Art abbreche. So, funktioniert nicht. War ja klar. Welches Level hat das Ding eigentlich? Ah, 30. Okay. Ja, ja. Probier's jetzt nochmal. Ich glaube, ich bin jetzt nicht 1 oder 2 Level höher wie letztens. Ich bin mir nicht ganz sicher. Ich habe jetzt mir dieses Aufladen geholt, aber ich bin mir nicht so sicher, ob mir das gefällt, weil ich ja halt eben Leben dadurch verliere. Ich weiß nicht, ob das wirklich hilft. Wow. Ja, klar.
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more
Get ready.
Wenn ich den halt jetzt auch noch treffen würde, würde helfen. Wow, warum? Ich glaube, ich muss. Aber, hä? Ah, I see. Nee, war ich zu langsam, echt jetzt. Okay.
Not today!
Okay. Wow, in die falsche Richtung. Toll. Ah, ich weiß nicht, das mit dem Aufladen gefällt mir persönlich nicht. Ich weiß nicht, ich habe nämlich nicht das Gefühl, dass ich die Richtung noch ändern kann. Oder kann man die Richtung ändern?
Commander of Heaven. Phoenix Cyclops.
So.
They're attacking separately. I can't land a hit on her.
Keep an eye on her and take out the monster first.
Dann muss ich es vielleicht nochmal ausprobieren.
Stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that.
Yeah, take it away.
Mein Hauptproblem bleibt ja immer noch, wie ich das mystische Arte von ihr unterbreche. Weil ich müsste es ja irgendwie können, aber...
I'll bring you back from death to bed.
You're finished. On your knees. Dragon Swarm.
Nein, ich will es benutzen.
Air pressure.
Here, look sharp. I'm out. I'm on Annihilation. Searing flame. Reload. Here, let me help. Turkey.
Ja. Ich weiß nicht, wie ich das beende, weil
Looks bad.
ich weiß das Timing nicht.
Tiger blade. I'll never forgive you.
Jetzt hat es funktioniert, keine Ahnung wieso.
You don't scare me.
Vielleicht funktioniert es nur einmal. I don't know.
Now.
Eagle Ray. Swallow Blade. Catapult.
Take my damage.
Take this.
Ja, das ist es. Die Bots kriegen es halt nicht hin. Und ich weiß auch nicht, wie ich's verhindern. Oh nee, echt jetzt. Hab ich nicht, ja genau. Es gibt ja 60% zurück.
Eat dirt.
On guard.
Here I come.
On guard.
Dragon Swarm.
That's it.
You're finished. Try harder.
Resonate with the earth. Leave the charge.
Take this.
Water. Piercing roar.
Try harder.
Lightning. Flaming meteor.
Dragon Swarm.
Come on. Here I come. Comfortable one. Fury. Burning. Water. Here I come.
You're finished.
Tiger blade. Death to this.
I let my guard down.
I have no limits. You're mine. Dragon Swarm. No further.
Hallo, würdest du bitte... Hallo... Ja, dann halt nicht. Could you activate? Please... Okay, why not? Why should you? Okay.
This should do it. Try harder. This one's all mine. Burn! Dragon Swarm. Escape.
You will suffer.
Thanks.
No. Oh. Ja, ich sehe keinen Punkt, ab wann ich es machen soll.
Your way.
slave.
Your astral arms aren't so special. And now, they're mine!
Yes, everyone dead. Super, super, super.
You will suffer.
Forgive me.
Pathetic.
Ja.
Try and run. Behold my true power.
Sie macht's schon wieder. Ich verstehe es nicht.
What was I thinking?
Ab wann soll ich das machen? Gib mir irgendeinen Hinweis.
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending
Ah.
calamity. Chaos disaster.
Einfach reingelaufen.
This should do it.
You will suffer.
This should do it.
Try and run. Behold my true
Here goes.
power.
You're mine. You're finished.
Confiscate!
Ja. Verstehe es nicht.
Dragon swarm. Swallow blade.
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before
Piss off.
impending calamity. Chaotic disaster. You will suffer.
Ah, sie hat eh ein Schutzschild.
Behold my true power.
Eat dirt.
Confiscate!
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending
Ich versteh's
calamity.
nicht.
Chaotic
Beim ersten Mal ging's doch.
You will suffer.
Bitte verzieh meine Kamera nicht.
Behold my
Here goes!
power.
Take this. Swallow blade. Infernal torrent.
Warum in die komplett andere Richtung?
The winds of judgment blow your
Ich
way.
verstehe
Fall before
es
impending
nicht.
calamity.
Ich verstehe es nicht.
Chaotic disaster. You will suffer.
Nein.
Behold my true power.
Ganz ehrlich, der Bossfight ist echt Kerze.
Dragon swarm.
Ach, deswegen in die andere Richtung. Ah, I
The
understand.
winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending calamity. Chaotic disaster. You will suffer. Behold
It's
my
on.
true power.
Ignite. Slash.
Wenn ich es jetzt mache.
This. Infernal torrent. This should do it.
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending
Oh Gott,
calamity.
ich bin reingelaufen. Ho, 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 ho. Stimmt, war bei Doralim auch so, aber bei Doralim war es nicht so Cancer.
You will suffer.
Vielleicht weil Doralim kein fliegender Gegner ist. Ich weiß nicht.
Behold my true power.
No escape. It's over. Here I come.
Gott, Kamera chillen, bitte.
Swarm.
Ja, keine Ahnung, Rimble, try.
Winds
Okay.
of judgment flow
Don't
your
try.
way. Fall before impending calamity. Chaotic
7000
disaster.
noch. Gott, ey. Ich nehme mir nochmal ein Pfirsich-Gelee.
You will suffer. Just try and run. Behold my true power.
Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal turret! Take this! I'm not done! Dragon swarm! Slash!
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending calamity. Chaotic disaster.
5000 noch. Dann wird's interessant, was danach ist. Aber ich glaube, werde ich die anderen wiederbeleben.
Behold my true power.
Not today! Slash! Dragon swarm! Take this! Dragon swarm! Strike!
Oh, Rimble, do something. Please.
The winds
Please.
of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending calamity. Chaotic disaster. You will suffer.
Nein, Kamera, bitte. Kamera.
Ready.
You're mine!
Oh, Lore, mach mal was.
You! Dragon swarm!
Ah, schön.
Slash! Swallow blade!
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending calamity. Chaotic disaster. You will suffer.
$1860. Das könnte ich vielleicht jetzt schaffen.
Power.
Vielleicht. Vielleicht auch nicht.
Dragon swarm!
Ah, wahrscheinlich nicht.
It's on!
Oder?
You picked the wrong fight!
The winds of judgment
Boah, hast du mich gerade
blow your
gecancelt?
way. Fall before impending
Wow.
calamity. Chaotic disaster.
Wow.
You will
Nein.
behold my true power.
You're mine! Dragon swarm!
So.
I'll end you. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Ja, ich wurde gecancelt. Cutscene. Das kann es aber jetzt eigentlich noch nicht gewesen sein. Oh Gott. Schiff sinkt. Not good.
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Oder ist es doch das Ende?
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure
No.
justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to.
Ohne das super Feature von Berseria und Hysteria macht es
It's not
einfach keinen
about what you
Spaß.
think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
Oh, that's no good. Oh no.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh nee. Nee.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it. Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron. And like a restless lover, I've come back for more. Stop right there! Think you can cut me down? What?
Oh. Zerspringt jetzt die zweite Hälfte.
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something!
Das hat nicht ausgeschaut, als hätte es uns getroffen.
Let go of me! Let me go!
Warte mal, wird Shion jetzt entführt?
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign.
Testsubjekt also.
After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. And as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
Ah, Gott. Okay. Wenn du deine Heimat wiederherstellen willst. Ich hätte gesagt, ziemlich nervös, wenn das mit hätte. Warte mal, warum hat den Brief... Achso, ist kein Brief. Schaut genauso aus wie der Doktor. Vom ersten Gebet. Herrscher. Warte, wo soll ich jetzt hin? Ah, vielleicht hier. Oder auch nicht. Kell auf deine Position zurück und warte auf die Zeremonie. Soll ich zurückgehen? Dang, habe ich was überlesen? Warte mal. Gehen wir mal schnell zurück. Ach, da versteckt sich noch einer. Auf die Idee kam, dich Schatz zu nennen, also bist du nicht mehr ein Testsubjekt. Dein einziger Wert liegt in der körperlichen Eignung für die entstehende Aufgabe. Relevant. Oh, und jetzt? Da darf ich auch nicht dran, gell? Soll ich jetzt zurück? Nee, soll ich nicht. Oh Mann, wo habe ich denn jetzt wieder was übersehen? Ah. Random Child.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
Okay. Oh. Sind dann Shions Erinnerungen auch ausgelöscht worden?
I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Iori,
Oh. Oops. Or ist she? Schaut sehr nach Shion aus. Ah, probably not.
Live for me.
Iori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking.
So, haben wir irgendwo was versteckt hier? Nö. So, also ist das... Also die Heimatwelt von den Renans zerstört worden?
Niori.
Oder wahrscheinlich bloß die eine Stadt, denke ich mal. Bossfight Time. Ja, please not.
Damn it.
Das ist ein Tutorial, oder? Sieht fast wie ein Tutorial aus. Oh Gott, die Dinger sind stark. Warte mal, dann dürfte ja jetzt theoretisch Ding auch nicht funktionieren. Ne, funktioniert nicht, okay. Es ist definitiv ruhiger im Kampf, wenn die anderen nicht da sind und ihre Particles spammen.
No escape. Try harder. It's on. I'm not done. Dragon Swarm. Take this. Dragon Swarm.
So.
Take this. Dragon. You're mine. Slash. No escape.
Okay, der macht irgendwas. Das gefällt mir nicht. Okay.
Swallow Blade. Dragon Swarm. Swallow Blade. You're mine. Dragon Swarm.
Warte mal, kann ich...
Eat dirt.
Hey, das geht. Plus ohne das Flammenschwert.
You're mine. Slash. Swallow Blade. You're mine. You're finished. Pierce. Swallow Blade. Take this. Slash. Swallow Blade. Slash. You're finished. Take this. Dragon Swarm. You're finished. Take this. You're finished. Dragon Swarm. I'm not done. Dragon Swarm. Slash. Dragon Swarm. Swallow Blade. Dragon Swarm. This one's all mine. I'm not done. Swallow Blade.
Gut. Aber halt doch nicht so schlimm.
Alvin?
Finwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right? Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem. Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Reche in Rente. Okay. Ah ja, komm. Was haben wir hier eigentlich? Ja.
You sense one of your pals, Voodoo?
Da drüben ist was. Wahrscheinlich Fische. Okay, das Tagesrolle. Die gefallen mir nicht.
Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh?
Stimmt mein Stream gerade?
The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions.
Ach, Mann, ey.
Say, Elfin, it looks like you got your face back then.
Alpha schaut echt fertig aus.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alpin's going to be okay.
I see you.
I believe we should hold off on speculation. Simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
Ja, ich verstehe es auch nicht gerade, was los ist. Meine Ablaufgeschwindigkeit ist sehr inkonsistent.
Looks like we
Wow. Schau, dass es
spotted
jetzt
one
wieder
of Ludo's
stimmt.
friends.
Was ist los? Mann, ey. Streamqualität ist gut. Nein, ist nicht. Okay. Kann jetzt nicht viel machen, glaube ich.
Alpin! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
Auf was sitzt man mir gerade?
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Ich glaube, das sollte auf dem Tisch sitzen.
Go on.
Achso, ach, das noch.
To Dana.
Den habe ich nicht
I was
gesehen.
told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Nayori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Nayori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Nayori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or
Ah,
something?
den Nachnamen von
Wait,
Shion schon mal
Are they
gehört.
sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Nayori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Nayori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture,
Oh
there is
no,
tale of
a
a terrible
shade.
calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh?
Boah, mein Internet stirbt immer
Cooperating
härter.
with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock. Listen. What you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Yeah, my upload speed ist gerade ungefähr 4000. That's not good. Not good, not good.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan Sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the Sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Okay, und dann fehlt ja nur noch Lore. Ah, hier.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere too?
300 Jahre.
Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Das ist ein Inn. Wir sind doch bloß aus einer Höhle rausgekommen.
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Okay, da oben. Jetzt frage ich mich, ob wir eigentlich irgendwie unsere Herrscherkräfte freilassen können. Vielleicht bekommen wir ja jetzt ein Tutorial dafür.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no Zeugles.
Rimwell hat jetzt den Platz von Shion eingenommen. Okay. Ach, Law ist jetzt auf 3. Okay. Die Order hat sich geändert. Gott, ja. Ich glaube, ich müsste sogar Law mit Dohalim tauschen, weil ich glaube, Dohalim kann heilen. Achso, ja. Ja genau, das habe ich mir auch gerade gedacht. Kann Dohalim wiederbeleben? Ah, apparently he can. Ah, schauen wir mal, warum hat's letztes Mal eigentlich nicht funktioniert? Head on there? Ah, warte mal, warum kann ich ein mystisches Atem nicht aktivieren? Das hat vorher beim Bossfight auch nicht funktioniert. Naja.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
you know, this Limb kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Geh mal.
can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Xion?
Of course not. Xion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Xion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Na, warte mal, das ist nicht das Inn. Ups. Das ist die Höhle, von der ich komme.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Wo bist denn du gerade getriggert worden? Okay, verstehe ich jetzt zwar nicht ganz, aber egal. Warte mal, sollten wir irgendwas hier machen? Nee, okay. Zum Ingehen war anscheinend bloß optional.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Ach, ich schätze, Hoodle ist aktiviert worden, weil ich ja das Gebiet neu betreten habe, als ich von der Höhle rausgegangen bin.
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends. You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Für Hoodle muss es ja extrem unangenehm sein. Calaglia war ja ein Schneegebiet und hier jetzt in einem heißen Dschungel. Ich habe keine Lust auf euch. Geht weg.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Pride.
Okay. Schon wieder. Wo muss ich überhaupt hin? Schätzungsweise da oben hin. Also muss ich hier lang. Oh, Regenbogen.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Xion. I know we will.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
Oh, kann ich mit gar keinem reden? Sad. Netter Thron.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Xion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send out lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah! What are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
Oh, poor Law.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh! It's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Poor Law.
what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. Is it just me? Or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almeidrea. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Ja, so kann man es auch sehen. Die sind blau. 32. Hm.
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Ich hätte eigentlich mal schauen können, ob ich neue Waffen machen kann.
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Gut, kann ich ja in der Hauptstadt auch nochmal schauen.
That training's paying off. Dragon Swarm. Megasonic Thrust. Dragon Swarm. Swallow Blade. Dragon Swarm.
Law,
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Yeah, I look pretty flashy out there.
so glad it met with your approval.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you...
No.
Oh. Right.
Hm, die wollte ich jetzt eigentlich nicht. Warte mal. Ach. Rolim ist jetzt wieder draußen. Muss ich das außerhalb vom Kampf umstellen, dass es dauerhaft umgestellt ist. Okay. Okay. Ja, musst du Rolim mal wechseln. Oh, das war not good.
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Okay. Meine Strategie. Warte mal. Wo ich das nochmal... Nein, der Gruppe mal wieder ändern. Ach, bearbeiten hier ist.
I feel sprightlier than before.
Hier hinten ist doch bestimmt irgendwas. Ah ja, sieht. I don't know. Ne, sind alle mitgekommen.
Don't worry, I've got plenty to go around. Ready to go! How do you like being pounded into shape?
Hallo, Grimble, would you? Ich glaube.
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that.
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
You'll pay for that! Heal! You're finished!
Illuminate the dark!
From beyond, dragon war! Vanquish the instinct shot!
Steel force!
Take this! You're finished! Here!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Illuminate the dark!
This one's mine! It's over! Here!
Holy land!
Die Gegner sind schlimm.
Megasonic thrust!
You'll find no mercy.
Dragon swarm!
Hold on to your
Dragon swarm!
Here I come!
Not a chance!
Ready to go!
Here I come! Slash!
On guard!
Try harder!
Lightning raging cascade!
Eat dirt!
Tiger blade!
In here!
Dragon swarm!
I'll be saving you!
Escape!
Alright, it's showtime! Lightning raging
Take this!
cascade!
Here!
Not on my watch! Here goes!
Dragon swarm!
I'm ready!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Megasonic thrust! Dragon swarm! Swallow blade!
Warte mal, hat sie gerade Fangs Xiong gesagt? Ei, ei, ei.
That's the spirit.
This'll come in handy. They really made us work for that one.
Goldenes Schädel. 100% für KP. Ah, ich habe noch Inventarverteidigung. Ja, keine Ahnung, Rim will take it.
What's this thing?
Okay.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp.
I don't wanna. Ah, ich muss da bestimmt eh wieder zum Leveln hin. Kann ich es später erkunden? Okay, ist eine lange Leiter.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Hm.
I've got a really
Hey, ich glaube, einer ist weg.
Is it hot? Just back it out again.
Stay
Now
away
you've
from
gone
my
and
friend!
ticked me off.
You're finished!
This one's mine.
Resonate with
Tiger
Eater!
blade. Stalagmite.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher.
Dragon Sonic Thrust! Here!
Switch to offense.
Elusive Steel! Dragon Meister!
Crescent moon.
Dragon Swarm!
Everlasting Igneous discharge.
Benediction light. I've used too much.
Guardian Gale. Shattering the pieces. Attack time.
Here! Begin!
Look sharp. Make it break.
Lost! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Okay, nee, da will er nicht hin.
Discourteous, aren't you?
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Armor won't save you!
How about this?
Dragon! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning meteor.
Hey! Blow them away!
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
Ups. Ja, okay. Gut. Sad.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
That's no reason to give up now.
Yeah. Just gotta...
Serious?
Gott, no.
Is this a
No.
joke?
In here.
No, 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 no,
A
no,
banana, like a wise warrior, knows when to call it quits.
Oh no! Ja, okay. Wir können neue Waffen machen. Oh Gott, dann gehen wir zum Bossfight. Wuhu.
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
A dragon. Oh no. Oh, not a dragon.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Burp.
Watch your
Hat
feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
kurz wie ein Drache für mich ausgeschaut.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath while that thing seizes a talking meal.
Then let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
Holy land! Now for something special!
Ready and
Exploit the enemy's weakness!
Far enough.
Ah, na, falsche Taste.
in a bind.
Funktioniert das? Nö.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
This one's mine.
Illuminate the dark!
Here,
Come
thanks,
on,
Shion.
holy glimmer!
This one's mine.
I'm not done! Try harder!
Benediction
Guardian
light.
field.
Okay.
interrupted. Resonate with the earth. Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
Green bathed in blood.
Rending you apart. Bloody howling.
Blazing
Blade fire! Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
Ah,
Being interrupted. Anything in armor is all mine.
Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack.
warum bleibt ihr da stehen?
Prepare to be seen.
Holy glare!
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on. Thanks, Shinon.
Holy land!
On guard.
It's too much.
Come on. You have to hold on.
Everlasting
I'm ready
shock.
to go.
From beyond, imbue this
On
vanquished
guard.
soul with lust and hesitation.
Guardian field. I'm ready to go.
Dragon swarm.
Okay.
Some fight left in me.
There.
Dance in the wind!
Far enough.
Air thrust!
Ah,
Illuminate the
der wollte nicht chargen, hat das bloß gelandet.
Resonate with the earth. Flaming meteor. On your knees.
This is some punishment.
I heal myself. Swallow blade.
Benediction light.
Gift kann er auch.
I couldn't make it in time.
Your knees. Take this. Air pressure.
Illuminate the dark!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished wide open.
It won't escape me.
You picked the wrong fight. Resuscitation. Dragon swarm. Megasonic thrust. Dragon swarm.
Benediction light.
No escape.
Tiger Blade.
Take this. It's over.
Glacial fire. Tiger Blade. Much obliged.
Dragon swarm.
You know that.
Tell me about
Take it.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Benediction light.
Heal.
Illuminate the dark!
Ja, bleibt stehen.
Illuminate the dark!
Benediction light.
ready to go.
I've used too much.
Now where was I?
Here I come.
Shot.
It's over.
Tiger Blade.
Dragon swarm.
Loud magic! Cross blade! Illuminate the dark!
Take this. It's over.
Glacial fire.
Air pressure.
Light astrolabe! Illuminate the dark!
Take this.
Come forth! Take it!
Benediction light.
Heal.
On guard.
Here I come.
Illuminate the dark!
This should do it.
Dance in the wind!
Benediction
Air
light.
thrust!
Heal.
Appreciate the help.
Raging cascade!
It's on.
Tiger Blade.
Seal!
Benediction
Here
light.
I come.
Go in!
How about this?
Take this. You picked the wrong fight. On your knees.
Dance
Here
in the
I come. It's over.
wind! Here!
Tiger Blade.
Bathed in blood.
Try harder.
You apart.
Bloody hard! Up and at
One more. Tiger Blade.
In here!
Benediction light.
Here I come. I'm not done.
Illuminate the dark! Come
I need something.
You need to be healed.
How the mighty have fallen.
Follow me. In an instant. Impact cross. Take
Benediction
this.
light.
Go. Finish.
Wind astrolabe!
Let me
Both
free you of
lightning
your
condemned!
Ah, second half.
Illuminate the dark!
Benediction light.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy glimmer!
Na, das war falsch.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
I'm gonna need more of that.
Benediction light. Benedict.
Warte mal, wird healen, gell? Genau. Ach, shit.
You're mine.
Look shot.
Dragon
I let my guard down.
Benediction light.
Heal.
On guard. One more. Tiger Blade.
The tempest and go.
Yeah.
This should do it.
Not like this.
Wie? Was hat mir da Schaden gemacht? Ja, klar. Ja.
That's gonna smart.
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Sealed. Time to shine in there with the others.
Ja.
This should do it!
Great wall. Hey, one at a time. Light after light.
You're mine!
Let me at him!
Try harder! Stay away from my friends!
Ja, okay, gut, ich sterben einfach wieder alle.
Sending you apart! Bloody howling! From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with time to let it rip!
So.
Dragon Swarm!
I still got some fight left in me.
The enemy's open! Mega Pistol!
Wieso kann ich...
Megasonic Drop! Dragon Swarm!
Verstehe es nicht.
Take it! Imbue this Megasonic Drop! Dragon
Ich glaube, ich habe was kaputt gemacht.
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Dance in the wind. In here.
This one's
You'll pay for that!
More
From
with that
beyond, imbue this vanquished soul!
Dance in the wind.
Resuscitation!
Sometimes the best medicine is the toughest to swallow too. Illuminate the dark.
You picked the wrong fight!
Use its weak point to take us down.
all together, everyone!
Dragon Swarm!
Flaming meteor!
You're mine! Instinct sharpened!
Was?
You must be tired of healing me.
I'm merely doing what I can. And to help.
Glad you're on us. Still bleeding.
Another incantation ruined.
Take it! Dragon Swarm!
Don't leave me all alone here.
Vanquish soul with light! Resuscitation!
I still got some fight left in me.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Imbue this vanquished soul with light! Resuscitation!
Light astral energy.
Escape!
Benediction light.
Nice! We've almost out there.
Almost isn't quite ready.
I like your attitude.
Wow, okay.
I'm right with you, Captain.
It's up higher! I'm ready!
This has a most peculiar taste.
Look sharp!
This is some punishment.
Ja, klar. Es...
I've healed myself.
Oh, Link bleibt doch nicht einfach stehen.
Vanquished soul with light! Resuscitation! This one's all mine!
I still got some fight left in me.
Dragon Swarm!
Thank you for that. Well then, let's get back into it. On guard.
On your knees!
Take this! It looks like we made them mad! Look sharp! One more! Take it away!
Illuminate the dark. Come
Guardian
Field.
Field!
Holy land.
Let me at it!
Illuminate the dark. Come forth. Holy Glimmer. Holy land. Dance in the wind.
Kommst du wieder runter, bitte?
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Dragon Swarm! Rending you apart! I'm not done!
Illuminate the
Bloody
dark.
howling!
Looks like you got this covered.
Defenses are down!
Holy land.
Here I come! You're finished! Stalagmite! Megasonic Drop! Rending you apart!
Tiger Blade!
Take this!
Wind astral energy.
No escape! Resonate with the earth! No escape!
Raging storm.
Megasonic
Make
Drop!
it rain!
Blood! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Yay, hat alle meine Ressourcen aufgebraucht. Toll. Toll.
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistleum made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Shion needs us.
Wow.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogl's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Dohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings. Let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting for us.
Ich würde ja gerne eigentlich noch die Stadt erreichen. Und in der Stadt dann aufhören, aber ich habe ja keine Ahnung, wie weit es noch ist. Ah, das könnte die Stadt sein, oder? Land des Nichts.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelegion's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Haros means Fortress of Naught. Though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shion.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rimwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry. It's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Volron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
I swear I've seen that castle somewhere before. You're right. I remember seeing it from the cliffs in Calaglia, across the sea.
You mean Volron's castle?
Yeah, that must have been it.
Geographically, it would make sense. It's most certainly large enough to be seen from afar.
Back then, I had Shion and Zephyr with me.
Well, we haven't lost Shion. We can still get her back, you know.
That's right. I won't let Volron take her away from us. Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
And what about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did, just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was Astral Arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. I'm counting on you, Alphen. I want to go back to bed.
I don't want Shion to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphen?
She's the one that's kept us on track. Picked me up when I was down.
Sure.
I just thought she'd always be there.
So. Müssen wohl außen rumlaufen. schon noch richtig, oder? Ich habe jetzt schon so viel Reis gefunden. Echt erstaunlich.
We've got all the ingredients for that recipe now.
Great. I'll let you cook then.
Wait, what?
Für welches Rezept?
We should be able to cook here.
Welches Rezept meinen die?
Gosh, the castle's even larger once you get close to it.
What's that shining thing up top? A spirit vessel? It feels creepy, like it's watching over everything.
You think he knows we're here?
We'd best assume as much, yes.
What we have to do is simple. Just beat Volron and rescue Shion. That's it.
Try not to work yourself up too much. We have a lot of city and castle yet to traverse.
Okay. Ah, wahrscheinlich das da. Gemüsesuppe. Die
Good night,
aber
everyone.
nichts wirklich Specials bringt.
All right, guys. Ready to go? We're almost there, guys. Don't let your guard down.
I'm excited just thinking about us barging through the front gate.
Das Ding ist echt riesig.
Halt! Are you Alphen and his companions?
Why would you think that?
You are the only ones scheduled to arrive, and there are no unscheduled arrivals in Ganath Harrow. So I'll ask again, are you Alphen and his companions?
We are.
Then pass. Lord Volron is expecting you at Castle Del Faris.
Well, suppose it's rather nice of them to roll out the red carpet for us.
So we're supposed to meet him in there? And what do we do now?
Let's see how things look around the city first. Then we'll make our way to the castle.
Sieht aber schon irgendwie fancy aus. Muss ich schon sagen. Wenn die Atmosphäre vielleicht ein bisschen freundlicher wäre.
Not a slave in sight. Where is everyone? There aren't even any soldiers.
Something feels off. I don't like it.
Like the fact that the enemy could ambush us at any moment? Yeah, not crazy about that either.
No, not that. Something else.
That must be Volron's castle up ahead. I suppose we just walk right up to it then?
That's what the guard from before said. Now, if we only knew where they were keeping Shion, we could try to...
That's it!
Hmm?
That weird feeling. It's not just that the city is empty. It feels like no one lives here at all.
Now that you mention it, it does feel strangely... artificial. think maybe it's a district just for the Renans alone?
With all this open space, seems unlikely.
Huh?
Masken.
Hey! You guys! What's going on? What was that about? They were Danans, right?
That wasn't normal. Wait, you don't think it could have been the fruit of Helgen, do you?
No, they seem too docile. What about astral energy? Could you sense any coming from them?
No, and I'm pretty sure I could tell if it was. If not that, though, then what?
Speaking of which, it didn't look like there was anyone guarding them either.
They were headed for the castle. I have a bad feeling about those boats.
I get what you mean. It didn't feel like those folks are just commuting to work.
The waterway they're floating on appears to lead to Del Faris Castle. If we follow it, we may learn more about what's taking place here.
So, any ideas what the deal was with that boatload of weirdos?
Your guess is as good as mine. They looked like Danan slaves, but beyond that...
This city is grander and more beautiful than any other we've been to, yet...
I know what you mean. From the architecture right down to the people, something feels off somehow.
I've long maintained one can glean a lot about a ruler from their city. Considering how unsettling this place is, I'd say I wasn't far off the mark. Despite its surface layer of majesty, walking around inside, it feels more like a hollowed-out ruin.
I say we follow after that boat. If we're lucky, it might be in the mood to give us some answers.
Oh, da ist ein Aufzug.
Man, this place gives me the creeps.
Law, your legs are shaking.
Ich kann sogar wohin.
What? Liar?
Just kidding.
You...
Scheint sogar so, als ob ich nirgends sonst hin kann. Ja, okay. Ich bin mir jetzt gar nicht sicher, ob ich hier irgendwo
I've seen ghost towns that were more alive in this city.
einen
Where the hell did
richtigen
all the Danans and Renans go?
Punkt finde, wo ich aufhören kann, oder ob ich jetzt einfach speichere und aufhöre.
There's nobody here either. Looks like the only building up ahead is the castle. It's...
Ah doch, das ist eine Truhe.
No good. It's a dead end.
I don't relish our chances climbing. Or breaking through, for that matter.
And yet this seems to be the only way inside. Take a look around. There must be a switch or something to...
What? What is it this time?
Look! Over there!
energy. But then... that means...
Snap out of it! Can't you see what's happening? You're being deceived! Please stop! You'll die!
Damn it!
Oh, not bad.
You need to run! Please, get off the boat!
What just happened?
We're being summoned.
Summoned? By that murdering monster?
It's all a demonstration designed to provoke. To prove to us, no, to Alphen, just what he's capable of.
Kidnapping Shion. Killing all those people. If it's just me he's after, then why hurt them? Why do all this just to get at me? You hear me, Volron? Answer me!
Alphen, this is not your fault. Don't give this to him.
I know. And I won't. My hands are stained with blood. But even so, if we're going to stop that bastard, then I need to keep going. Let's move.
Damn it.
How awful. All of those people in the boats. Do you think they had any idea what was going to happen to them?
They did a damn good job of concealing it if they did. You ask me, the only thing on their mind was following orders.
And I bet I can guess who from. Volron.
The only thing they knew was mindless oppression right to the very end. What kind of purpose is that? Living only to die at your master's whim?
Being a slave means having your whole life stolen from you. In the worst cases, quite literally. That bastard will get what's coming to him. I'll see to it he does.
Gut, aber ich denke mal, ich werde hier jetzt aufhören. Oh. Weil es wohl nicht mehr lange dauert bis zum Bossfeld. Genau. Dann, tschüss.